Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Naomi, and today I have a really lovely yoga and movement practice for neck relief. So for this class, you will need a bolster or something like it. So this is actually kind of a junky old bolster that I have. It's like 20 years old. So you could use anything like a smaller couch cushion or a pillow or even a bunch of rolled up towels or blankets, anything that's soft that you can just lie over, okay? So you won't need that just yet. You can set it aside once you get it, but we're gonna start standing. So start with your feet hip width-ish apart. You're gonna stand on your right leg, so step onto your right leg. Take your left foot behind your right leg, okay? Reach your left hand down toward the floor, right? Like you're reaching it toward your right heel. Bring your right hand up over your head and just give a gentle pull. So you're not like yanking, trying to get a big stretch. You're just holding on with your fingers around the left side of your head and just very gentle pull. You can even turn your gaze toward the floor slightly. Maybe even turn your gaze up. You're using your hand behind your head for a little support. Try not to arch through your back. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see you don't want to arch a lot. You actually want to anchor back into your left leg, which is your back leg. And that's just going to help give a little bit more support to your low back as well. Okay. And then slowly lift yourself back up and then go to the other side, meaning you're going to lengthen your head slightly to the left, but give a little resistance with your right hand, like you're gently trying to pull it back to the right, even as you press to the left, just a little. And then come back to center, release your right arm. Just take a moment, because it's a lot. And then switch sides. Stand on your left foot. Step your right foot behind your left. Again, try not to arch. You're not collapsing through the middle of your back. Push more into your right leg. So it's like you're anchoring into your right leg. Okay, take your left arm up and over and grab a hold of the right side of your head and just give a gentle pull. So again, you're not like trying to yank it all the way over. Just a gentle pull as you push into your right foot, which is your back foot. Your right arm can just hang by your side. You can turn your head slightly down toward the floor. You could turn your gaze slightly up, but keep using your hand on the side of your head for support. And then lift your head back up and go the other direction. So as you lean your head over to the right a little bit, give a little bit of a pull to the left with your hand, with your left hand. Keep breathing. Just in case you stopped, keep breathing. And keep reaching through your back foot, that right leg which is behind your left. Use that for much more support than the one that's in front. Okay, and then very mindfully, shift back to center. Release your left arm, and now you are going to come on down to the ground. Okay, you're going to come on down to sit. You could do this standing as well. You could certainly do the standing, but just since you did all that big work standing, we'll do this seated. You're going to take your hands to your shoulders, okay, like chicken wings, and just roll some circles. Okay, roll some circles here. Now your circles can be as big as you want or as small as you want. But maybe see how close you can bring your elbows toward one another. If you can keep them as close together as possible as you go up, and then how wide apart they can go. Maybe how far back they can go. And then forward again. Also switch direction. And like I said, you could certainly do this standing. And just notice which direction feels easier for you, harder. Okay, and then after your next rotation, let it go, maybe shake out your arms, and now you're gonna grab your bolster. Okay, so you're gonna grab your bolster, place it somewhere up near the top of your mat, okay, and lie on your left side. When I say lie on your left side, you're gonna take that bolster and just lie over it so that your armpit goes over. And you want your head to be on the floor, so you might have to be further over until your head can get to the ground. Knees are bent. And if you want a little bit more space for your knees, so if knees tucked in doesn't feel good, you can separate your knees, okay, so that your knees look like this instead of tucked in. They're separate. So again, that's a comfort thing. But you're going to take both hands behind your head. Okay, both hands behind your head. So left hand is behind your head, right hand is behind your head, elbows are bent when you do that. Wrap your right elbow towards your left elbow. Okay, right elbow towards your left elbow. So you're curled in. And then take your right elbow up. So you're drawing that circle again. Right elbow up, 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 all the way over toward the right. Might not go all the way down. Mine certainly doesn't. Okay, and then you're going to sweep it forward. Curl in with your head as you do this. So you're rounding in, taking right elbow to left, and then repeat it. Circle up, 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 and over to the right. Maybe it goes further this time. Maybe not. And then curl in as you circle forward and over to the left again. And just repeat this 3 more times. So I'm not going to guide you through those 3 more times. I am just going to move through them on my own. Remembering that you curl in as you bring your right elbow across to the left again. Reach up and over, sort of making this big circle as you do. It might feel a little bit more like an oval or like a misshapen circle as you finish it. This is my last one. You might even pause in this last one where you're open before coming back over to the right. And then circle in. And then you're going to roll over to the other side. And I'm going to change the direction just so you can see. So I'm going to be with my head facing you this time. Just if you want to see a slightly different angle. But you want to be lying over the bolster so that your head can go to the floor. Okay? Knees are bent. I'm just going to adjust so I'm in a better place. Knees are bent. You can separate your knees so they're staggered, both hands behind your head. Wrap your left elbow towards your right because you are on your right side. And then take your left elbow up, make a big circle, or as big a circle as you can. Woof. And that first time through, it feels like a lot. I don't go very far. I don't want to go much further than this. This is about as far as I want to go before I circle back in again. We're doing 5 of these. So number 2, elbow goes up. I'm using that bolster to just lean into as I open. That one feels a little bit better. And then I round in, a left elbow toward right. Circle it up again. This is number 3. And you can keep doing these last 2 on your own as you circle in. Elbow goes up. And I'm on my last one. And as I do this last one, I'm just going to pause where I'm most open, supported with my shoulder blades on the bolster or on the pillow, whatever you are using. And just rest my head back into my hands, into the floor. Again, my left elbow never actually comes all the way to the ground because I'm up on this bolster. So the expectation is not that you do either, right? Your elbow probably will stay lifted. That's fine. And then curl in again. And then you can slide the bolster out from underneath you and just roll onto your back for a moment and just sort of feel how how your body feels after doing that shoulder release. And we're going to do just 2 more things here. Let me get that bolster all the way out of the way because you no longer need it. So take your feet as wide apart as your mat. Knees are bent. Okay? Drop your knees over to the left. Okay, then take your left arm up over your head and just very gentle pull over to the left. As you do this, your chin is going to come a little bit towards your armpit, towards your chest. And then you can turn your head toward the right and just give a very gentle pull here. So as you turn your head to the right, you're resisting a little bit, trying to gently draw your head back to the left while pressing your head into your hand. And I'm not just looking to the right, I'm looking up to the right slightly, so my head is slightly twisted. And then bring your head back to center, bring your knees back up to center, and go to the other side. Drop your knees to the right. You can bring your right arm up and over your head and just wrap your hand around the left side of your head and just gently pull it down so your chin is moving towards your armpit. Your feet should be really wide apart. This is not a twist. It's just a little bit of a neck release, and then you can turn your head away from your elbow and your knees, looking to the left, but still pulling your hand into your head very slightly. So you just give yourself a little bit of resistance here, which is nice. All right, and then bring your knees back to center, and we're just going to do one more sweet little pose on your back, arms out to the sides, straight out to the sides in a T. Lift your butt up, knees are still bent, butt goes up, bump your butt all the way to the right. Lift your feet and your knees come together, drop your knees over to the left. Now, you could turn your gaze towards your right hand, which gives a little bit of a stretch through your neck on both sides. Or you could tuck your chin in toward your left armpit. And just, you can do both and see how they feel. One might feel better than the other. So you can do the one that feels really good to you. And then bring your head back to center. Crawl your feet back to center. Lift your butt, bump it over to the left, knees and feet up, knees together as you drop your knees to the right. If you find your left shoulder is popping up a lot, you can bring your hand to your thigh, just lengthen up through the left side of your body, roll your shoulder down. Okay, that's going to work your shoulder and your neck a bit more. You can turn your gaze to the left with your hand at your hip or your arm out, or you could keep your hand at your hip and just curl in toward your right arm through the right side. Whichever feels better for you. And the two sides might feel really different. So it might feel really good on this side to turn away from your knees. Okay, but on the other side, it felt really good to turn towards your knees. And listen to your body and do what your body is asking of you. One more full breath in here. Oh, full breath out. Bring your head back to center, feet back to center. And you can pause on your back for another moment with your knees bent. You can knock them in and just rest. But when you're ready, roll to your favorite side, push yourself up to sit, and that is it. That is our shoulder relief practice. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that your neck, because I just said shoulder relief, and it was for sure, but that was really intended for neck relief as well. The whole idea was to give your neck a little bit of relief and release. And I'm certainly feeling that. I hope you are too. Let me know how you liked this practice in the comments below. And as always, make sure that you are subscribed by clicking in that little button in the bottom, I think it's the bottom right corner when you are watching, so that you are all subscribed and you receive videos like this in your inbox every single week. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this gave you the relief that you needed, and I look forward to seeing you back in the mat again really soon. Until then, bye everyone.